Good evening, I'm Stephanie Claytor. We begin tonight with storm damage across southeast Iowa. The thunderstorms sweep through the area late this afternoon, and our reporter, Tess Hedrick, was there to get video and cover it all. Tess, please tell us, how bad is it?
You know, Stephanie, it all started when the power went out of the station at 5:30. And after the torrential downpour stopped, I got in the car to see the damage. And let me tell you, it was pretty bad. There were power lines and branches laying in the streets on the east side of Ottumwa near the high school. Then I came across this house nearby that you see now. This tree was totally uprooted and landed just feet away from the resident's house. I mean, it was just unbelievable.
I seen we had some branches down. I wondered why all the neighbors were in my yard milling around, and the neighbor next door came over and he pointed, and I didn't focus on this tree that went across my yard, tore up the sidewalk, made a big hole where the roots used to be, and sort of went over the garage.
Over at the Greater Ottumwa Parks, a tree landed on an RV and 2 cars. I spoke with the RV owner, and he said neither he or his girlfriend were hurt. Reporting from the studio, I'm Tess Hedrick. Stephanie, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Tess, for that reporting. And now we'll turn to Greg for a first check of our Storm Team 3 forecast. Greg, we had an evening full of storms. Are there any more coming into our area?
We shouldn't see any more storms in our area this evening. We could have some showers here and there, but let's take a look at what some of this damage did, as you can see on your screen there. That is the Wapello County Courthouse, where Chief Wapello, the statue, did sit upon top of the roof there, but today those 60 to 70 mile per hour winds did knock that statue over. That is a very heavy statue. In fact, the Wapello County Supervisor Steve Siegel told me about that, and they said they had to get a crane to get it down and help from the fire department. So that is a very heavy statue, and it's a good thing that it did not land on anybody's car or anybody itself, because they could have been severely injured. But taking a look at what we can expect over tonight weather-wise, we're going to see a chance of showers and thunderstorms. 67 degrees will be our overnight low, 81 degrees with a lot of humidity by noontime tomorrow. I'll have that complete forecast in just a few minutes. Stephanie, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Greg. And thousands of people are without power following this afternoon's storm. According to the latest numbers from Alliant Energy, more than 9,000 customers are without electricity in Wapello County, more than 300 in Jefferson County, and the power is out to nearly 200 customers in Van Buren County. KTVO's Kate Alt was able to get through on the phone lines tonight with what we are learning from emergency officials.
Thanks, Stephanie. There was quite a storm that came through around 4:15 this afternoon through Ottumwa. Once things calmed down, a lot of people were out near the courthouse and on the streets looking out at the damage. Ottumwa Public Information Officer Tom Rogers told me that their initial estimate from Alliant Energy was 4,000 homes in Ottumwa, but it might be a lot more in Wapello County without power. They're also estimating that it's going to be about 18 to 24 hours for all homes to regain power. They'll likely come back one by one, and they don't know exactly what that order is going to be. Tom Rogers also told me that they are working on setting up emergency shelters with the Red Cross for people who are on life support or with medical issues in case it takes longer than expected to gain power. That will likely take at least a few more hours tonight, so keep an eye on the KTVO Facebook page. Tom said that they will be emailing us updates as soon as they get that information released. As far as downed trees, I spoke to the police chief, Jim Clark, and he says, quote, that they estimate 400 trees and power lines down throughout the city of Ottumwa, with most of them being on the south side. He says they'd encourage people not to be driving around those areas as it's quite dangerous. He also says that the Public Works and the Parks Department are out right now trying to clear the streets. He said try not to bother them with the down power lines or the down trees in front of your house. If they're not cleared by the middle of next week, you should call the Public Works Department, and they'll be trying to get it out for you then. Reporting from Ottumwa, Kate Alt, KTVO News.